Good evening, it's good to have you with us on Trendz Live on SABC News Channel 404. Now, what better way to start your weekend than with us, because we've got a jam-packed show for you tonight, so let's get right into it. Now, all roads led to Mpumalanga this past weekend for the biggest night of music as Metro FM brought back their music awards that celebrate the game changers in Mzansi's music industry. Now, your faves are there, and myself and Selepe Maifadi were out there to speak to them, and a lot happened. But here's a small Anyana recap of those we spoke to. We haven't had the Metros for 5 years now, and they're finally back. South Africans have been looking forward to this for a very long time, but what does it mean to Candice Kardashian?
What it means to Candice Kardashian is that it's her very first one in her entire life, okay? I grew up watching this. It was such a big deal when I was a teenager, and you'd see all of these incredible radio broadcasters walk, this carpet, and now I get to do it myself. How wild.
Tell me about this Black is Back and what that actually means to you for someone who's been part of the mighty Metro for so long.
Look, Black is Black means everything to me. We haven't had the awards since 2017. We haven't been back in Bombela, I think, since 2010 or 2011. So we've been hungry for this. That's why we're doing it big. And, black is the color. Black, exactly. So Metro FM is here, but we would be nothing without everybody else. So the city of Bombela is behind us, the people are behind us, and look, I still think the Metro FM Music Awards are the best music awards in the country.
I've always been part of the Metro FM family, so it's really great for us to actually be able to celebrate South African music and to celebrate our artists. It's been a tough time for the whole country. COVID was not easy on us, and so it's really great to be able to come together and acknowledge the work that people have put into their craft, and also to remember those who are no longer with us, because we've lost so many loved ones who would have been here, but they're not. And for those of us who are here, we are very, very grateful.
AKA and Java had the most nominations on the night, where Keenan was awarded most of these awards. The late music icon's daughter and parents accepted the wins on his behalf.
For us, he's already won when you look at Mass Country, but also sharing that with South Africa and the artists here and in the industry. So for us, that's, he's a person that when you look around how he's led his life, you see the love, the outpouring. And so for us, this is a happy occasion also. Yeah.
Carol, what's your favorite song from Mass Country?
It would be Company in Paradise.
I'm supporting the boys. I'm hoping they get it. I'm hoping I get it. We out here. Everything we're set is there. Yeah.
What's it going to be? Is it Saturday?
Look, I don't really have a favorite, and I don't really want to say, because Song of the Year is always tricky because people have to vote. Yes. So the voting lines, that's always tricky.
Your 2023 Song of the Year on Metro FM Music Awards is, give it up for Betusile!
To me, it's a blessing to be nominated at that biggest category of the night. So as the only gospel, I'm here to praise the Lord. I'm here to show people that the Lord is good, man. Metros are back again.
There's something I'm looking forward to this year is the best Amapiano, because this is the first year that Metro FM has ever had the Amapiano category.
Hit tracks like Sete, Bastrata, Manga, Tobeta created massive waves on social media dance challenges, but the best viral challenge category went to Hamba Wena by Deep London featuring Butle.
Oh my God, we feel amazing! I feel amazing. I'm so excited. I mean, when you're in studio making music, you never really think about what's going to happen. You can only just vision and dream that it's going to do great. And look at where we are now. So this is really amazing. I appreciate it.
What does it mean to, be nominated for Best Female Artist? It's a big category. It's a big one.
I was not expecting this one. I think I've always been a fan of the Metro Awards. and for them coming back and I'm nominated. I remember I was just checking other artists and then I see my name under Best Few. I'm like, what is going on? But that was amazing for me.
I feel great because I've never been nominated in my metro, so it's my first big nomination, and I feel very honored for the recognition. I'm here to collect what's mine.
I wonder, here to collect. You already know what it is. Hashtag MMA23. We'll see you on the flip side.
Konke okusandlezwini yakho konke lokhu okukwenza kwenze konke lokhu okukwenza uqhubeke phambili enza kwenzeke konke okusandlezwini yakho konke lokhu okukwenza kwenze konke lokhu okukwenza uqhubeke phambili enza kwenzeke enza kwenzeke enza kwenzeke. Don't you worry, cause I'm daddy, and I got you. Don't you worry, cause I'm daddy, and I got you. And I want to get, and I want to get, and I want to
Multi-award-winning singer-songwriter Brenda Mtambo has released her much-anticipated album titled Sane today. Now, this album was teased with the singles Enza Kwenzege that she performed for us just before the break. And now she's here to share more about this wonderful project. Welcome to studio. How are you?
Thank you so much for having me. I'm very good. I'm very good.
I'm good as well. Now, let's talk about your lead singles. Why did you choose to lead with these specific songs?
And Kwenzege is just an affirmation to say, just make things happen. And I needed that affirmation to wake up every day and feel like I'm going to make it happen. And with this album out today, I'm just living my, my affirmation of just saying, I'm going to make it happen. So, yeah, that's why I chose Kwenzege.
Speak to us about Sane. Why did you choose this title for your album?
You know, I've been very much open about my struggle with anxiety. And like in the past 2 years, I've been seeking a lot of help because I've been struggling. And this album came as something to just bring clarity into my mind and just to help me heal. So every time I would think of this music, I'll feel like some kind of peace and some serenity. And I knew that I had to call it Sane for that reason.
Now, your music is well known for uplifting souls. Can we expect the same from this album?
Yes, I think, I do that not intentional, but it's who I am. Like in my conversations, whenever I say something, I know that it has to be something that will leave you feeling better than I met you. So I think it's just a translation of my personality into the music. So yeah, like there's nothing much different in terms of messaging, but there's so much that has to do with your internal turmoil, you dealing with your own struggles, you know, because of my struggle that I've mentioned earlier. I wanted to make people feel good and understanding that they're not alone. If you're struggling mentally, you're not alone. So this album is just that, man. It's a feel-good album that makes you reflect at the same time.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, at what point in your life did you realize your passion for singing?
I'm from Mlaz, Kai.
Me too, by the way.
I went to primary school, and I remember when they said, can someone start a song? I was that child. So from that age, I knew that music was something that is just in my bones, that I do it, you know, if you wake me up at 5, I'll do it. So I've always known that I'm going to be a singer, but I didn't know that I was going to be a professional singer because I wanted to be a chartered accountant. So I think as I embarked on my career, I felt at home doing music. Then I was in the office. Yeah.
Wow. Speaking about growing up in Mlaz, you know, this is a vibrant township that we come from. How would you say that growing up there has influenced the woman that you are today and the music that you produce?
Listen, first of all, we are talented back home. Like if you've seen the likes of yourself and maybe me, we are just like a tiny, you know, snippet of the talent that is there back home. A lot of people are very gifted. I grew up in the era where we used to have groups, we would sing, you know, like that's what we used to do, you know. So I think everything that I am now is just a resemblance of my township and where I come from and the people that surrounded me at that time. Yeah.
Now, as a BCom accounting graduate, how would you say this has helped you in your music career?
I'm not a graduate. I don't want my friends to say I'm not a graduate, but I did my diploma.
Okay.
So I am a graduate then, but not a BCom, as in BCom, and I don't have a degree.
Okay.
Great. Okay, so I think that part of my life has influenced my career because I run the business. What I'm doing is a business.
Nice.
So I understand when I'm supposed to be Brenda the artist and Brenda the businesswoman. So that's where everything, you know, for me, you know, insisting on okay, you understand that I can sit a boardroom and discuss and make decisions and talk business. And then I can go on stage and perform at the same time.
Talk about being an independent woman.
Please.
Yeah. You know. Now, it's been 10 years since you released your first album, Inspired. How would you say that your journey has evolved since then?
My God, it's been 10 years. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. My journey has really evolved. Like, from when I started out, first of all, I have a problem with stuttering. I remember when I started out in the music industry, I couldn't speak properly because my stuttering was so like bad. But with me being confident in what I do and understanding my purpose, you know, understanding it fully, I'm now my own woman. I understand myself better. I feel like I've grown stage-wise as well. I've grown in my writing on this album. You'll feel that.
Yes.
That my writing is like amazing. And also I got to produce this album, which is like a progression from when I started out, when everyone was giving me ideas of what I'm supposed to sound like and what, you know, how everything's supposed to look like. Now, in terms of the whole creativity of the sleeve, everything, I was the main man. I made decisions as to how I want to look, how I want the whole album to feel. And I think that is like a great thing, you know, as an artist, to have that power to say, I don't want that, I want that.
Yeah. Now that is very nice.
Yeah.
Now, after being with Joyous Celebration for a very long time, what propelled you to start your own thing?
It was an urge, and that thing that was like inside of me that said, this is it. You've done what you're supposed to do in this place. And I believe in that. Like, I read a book that says, believe you can. I remember it said, sometimes when you are about to enter into your breakthrough, you'll feel uncomfortable in the space that you are in. I was feeling so uncomfortable. I knew that if I continued staying, I wasn't going to be productive, and I would have been letting myself down. So I resigned from Joyous. I was like, at the time, I didn't know that I was going to record an album. I just resigned because I was feeling that urge to say I'm ready to be my own woman, to do my own thing. And I wanted to just be Brenda Mtambo, not associated with anything else.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Now, as we celebrate Africa Month, which artists would you like to celebrate that you believe spread the message of this continent?
Angelique Kidjo. Angelique Kidjo has represented Africa in a global stage, like beautifully, you know, really beautifully. The confidence in whatever that she does, it just represents us in a beautiful way, you know. That's Angelique Kidjo, and also Let Us Meet Black Mambazo. I think they're a full representation of who we are as Africans and how excellent we are at what we do.
Oh, I'm just going to have to leave it there. But thank you so much for joining us in studio today. You are such a wonderful woman, and all the best with this album.
Thank you. Please download my album. It's out today. It's called Sane, available everywhere on digital platforms.
Now stay tuned, because Brenda Mtambo will perform for us a little later, and it was a big weekend of music, but we also looked at style while unpacking the theme Back is Back at the Metro FM Music Awards. We had a chat with Style Award winner Musa Keys and others who rocked the black carpet. Let's take a look.
We are at the biggest night in music and entertainment in South Africa. Of course, this is the Metro FM Music Awards 2023, and style is the #1 thing that you gotta have here. And who else to speak to than a fashionista and someone who creates brands and fashionable looks than Entle? You know, hi Entle, how you doing?
Hey, how are you doing, gorgeous? You're looking all kinds of sexy today.
Well, damn, I can never look sexier than you. Look at you, looking all dapper.
Avant-garde. Yeah, we went there, avant-garde.
Yep. So they said black is back, and you were like, okay, I'm gonna hook up a white. Tell me how you translated this theme into this look that you have.
I love that you said that. I think sometimes we just need to play around with the translation, right? It said black with a touch of white. Guess who's black?
Hello.
Guess who's wearing a touch of white?
Hello.
So that was my translation.
So with these awards this year, we have a style category. You know, Musa Keys is there, Sino Msolo is there, and I'm like...
Guess who's presenting those? Guess who's presenting those?
Look at me on point. So when you look at all the threads and the looks that we have seen, most of them it's guys that are on this category. Clearly they are serving threads, right?
You know, I think it's quite fitting and it's quite fair for the guys to be dominating this category. And I say that because the guys are more, they play. We females tend to find a trend and follow it. Not really dares anymore. And I love that the boys are daring. I love that the boys are trying new things. I love that the boys are looking what's happening in the international walkways and, you know, just styling systems. And they're getting it right. So are we. We just need to be a bit more edgy.
So in terms of overall looks that you're looking forward to tonight, what would give you that 5-star? How would you say, okay, you top rated, you got it right?
So I think the Metro Awards are music awards, and musicians are creative and are free with their freedom. I feel we just need to be a little more playful with the awards. It's not really a gala dinner, it's an entertainment celebration for musicians. So musicians are out there. Let's be out there. Let's play. Let's be sexy. Let's be fun. Let's be Doja Cat sometimes.
Who is behind these looks that we see you guys always pulling off?
We're very excited that we've been nominated for the best styles. We've always been nominated for the best style. Best style, best duo group, best Afropop. Those are our categories. We know over the years we've been in these categories. That means that we take our job seriously. Not only are we doing a production and good music, but we also realize how important image it is as part of the package of an artist. You know, an artist needs to be all-rounded. Take your brand seriously. Your image is very important. It does play a role. So we're very excited. Behind our looks, we always like, I guess it's a natural thing because we know that when we have to show up, we have to show up.
What came up with the inspo for this look?
First of all, I'm wearing Zad. Zad is a designer from Durban, back home where I come from. So Zad felt like I needed to be a queen today. So I just wanted to look like a queen and, you know, yeah.
You did the thing. The Tonga Michael Jackson has been rocking trailblazing looks in his music performances and appearances, making him the winner of the Style Category Award. You guys have been putting on the drip way too much. What's going on?
Hey man, I mean, I think we also just need to like build a culture of style, fashion, and everything. You know, putting it together with music, and I think that's gonna like take us to like bigger heights and all of that. So yeah.
But what inspires you to create the outfits that you have? I mean, you're out here, got fluffy pink, didn't you?
First of all, I'm Tonga Michael Jackson, so I have to look the part.
Yes, okay.
I have to look fly. I have to be delicious for you. You know? So that's what I'm about. Like I won't say I have a specific style, whenever I just see something on the internet or like have an idea, I just hit up my people like, yo, I need this kind of thing done and all of that, and then get it done.
Teo is still doing the most. You're still performing tracks from Teo, but what's next?
We're hosting a show. We're doing a show, House of Teo, in October. In Pretoria. It's gonna be dope. That's what I'm doing. I'm also dropping an EP, Afrobeat-ish EP. And I'm also dropping my own clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us more about this. What's gonna be in this specific collection? Name of the brand. Give us more. Ripple Spice.
I think I'm just gonna name the collections based on what season I'm in, or if I'm dropping a project and all of that, or whatever inspires me in the time. So yeah.
Definitely when it comes to style, you continue to inspire us. Even ladies, you're like, oh, okay, Musa looking delicious. We love that for you. Thank you so much for speaking to us on Trendz Live.
Thank you so much for having me. You look pretty.
Africa's contribution to fashion reflects its vibrant and colorful heritage. Now, dressing is a way in which the richly diverse continent communicates with the world. Trendz Live producer Asanda Zondi visited the founder of Bayanda Katini Clothing to celebrate and embrace our African fashion this Africa Month. Let's take a look.
I want to give you a minute to appreciate what I'm wearing. I'm just an African girl wearing an African dress and a traditional hat to bring to you Africa Month. And the man behind all this work is Bayanda Katini, who is the founder of Bayanda Katini Clothing. And what does he specialize on? He specializes on high-end African fashion. When did your love for African fashion begin?
Uthando lam lokuthanda fashion, it begins from a KZN where I'm coming from abomama abagqoka icholo benza ubuhlalo. So I was always fascinated ngaleyo. So when I come to Joburg to do fashion, only thing engidiscovered ukuthi all the tribe anama fabric hub. But thina as AmaZulu, the only thing that we have beads. And then so now
ukuba nama-beats that means something kuthini. So ngayibuza into eyodwa ukuthi how can I take that kube advantage yami.
When we talk about African fashion and it's being high-end, how would you describe that?
Ifashion ukuthi be high-end ukusebenzisa i-material quality nokuspend isikhathi, because i-high-end kahle kahle impahla uma uyibheka uyifeel ukuthi I'll spend on this because nangendlela abayenze ngayo nesikhathi abaspende kusona. So ngicabanga ukuthi indlela nje yakhiwe ngayo iyona yenza ukuthi be high-end.
How long does it take to put together something like this?
Our dresses ukuyenza ithatha 4 to 16 weeks. It depends ukuthi bidding ingakanani, but this one it took us about 8 weeks.
How do you choose the colors for your customers? Do they come to you and say, I want this dress and I want it in this color, or you are able to like throw in suggestions as well as a designer?
Everyone who comes here knows what they want, but abanye abakhona uku-explain. So I always say, come with the pictures, ngibona ukuthi what you have in mind, and then mase siyayihlanganisa kube into eyi-one. Yabo. So kuyadependa nomuntu ukuthi i-tribe kanjani. From the beginning ben only focus kumaZulu, but the more ngibona ukuthi namanye ama-tribe are interested, khona amakhala besingawasebenzisi before, abo-pink, abo-orange, but sebahamba isikhathi ngabona ukuthi okay, lama-tribe analama-colors angaphelele ezulwini, so let me use those colors ngiwa-ede ngama-beats ukuthi nayo i-tribe yabo ikhona ukuba accommodated.
Do you cater to only females, or you also make how do you pronounce this? Haute couture. Help me with that. How do we say it?
Haute couture.
Yeah. Yes. Do you also like do clothing for guys?
We only specialize in women's wear.
We are seeing more people starting to appreciate Africanism, appreciate where they from, who they are, and that is translated into what they are wearing. And then for that reason, we are seeing more African fashion designers. How do you separate yourself from everyone?
I think let it set isikhathi from the beginning. The only thing engayitshela ukuthi before ngikhula kumele ngifane nesihlahla ukuthi ama-roots ami kwamele akhule aqine ahlale phansi. So before i-brand yami ibankulu, already ngithe mangibruma everyone like besebona ukuthi okay, this is the brand kabayani. So now I don't have to work that hard because now I have a signature. The only thing that I need to do ukuthi nje keep up all the time. All my dresses, if you know my dress, as soon as you two ban as soon as I veil, okay, this is my next dress.
Some of the known names or celebrities you've worked with, if you can just take us through that.
I have dressed Unelsi Westbia, Utuso Mbetu, Upel Tusi, Miss Manchi,
yeah. May we never forget to celebrate the richness and diversity of African creativity, cultures, and histories using fashion as a catalyst. Happy Africa Month, Trenders.
Now, a sassy musician from Nigeria, Ayra Starr, had her debut performance in South Africa recently. The world has taken notice of her soul-stirring lyrics and ethereal voice through her music and the global hit track Rush, which has quickly established her as a household name in the music industry. And thanks to her distinctive sound, which is a blend of Afrobeats, soul, and R&B, our producer Snazo Noto caught Ayra's performance in Grammerville, north of Johannesburg.
Nigerian music artist Ayra Starr is a sparkling gem in the country's vibrant music industry. With a voice that's as enchanting as it is powerful, Ayra is becoming one of the most exciting young artists on the scene, striking a chord with the music lovers from Lagos to London.
I've always wanted to do music, so there's not like one thing that inspired me. It's something that has just always been in my mind that I was going to do at one point in my life. So everything just fell into place. Immediately after university, everything fell into place. I'm here by God's grace. Then people that inspired me, Rihanna definitely, Two-Face, One Day Cole, Shakira definitely. I feel like when you hear my music, you know I'm Nigerian. Like it's just it's not something I can incorporate. It's something that's in me. It just flows out. Even when I talk, when I'm outside, like it's so like, I don't know how to be anybody else. I tend to forget my challenges because once they come, it's quick to leave. Like, I'm very good at fighting those things. So it's like, there's nothing too horrible that has been challenging. I think most of the work I had to do is in myself. You know, there's nothing like external that was crazy enough that I couldn't work on. Everything I have to do has been on myself, my patience, my love and selflessness, and just working on myself as a human being. I think that's one of the challenges I've had to work on.
It's an incredible night, celebrating amazing women in entertainment. Obviously, Ayra Starr is here, which is amazing to have on South African soil. Mundisela Dance Studios got to open up for Ayra Starr, which was amazing, which kind of sets the tone to something that people can expect later on, coming Rocking the Daisies, which is going to be later on this year. Very, very exciting stuff coming. But it was amazing. Literally, myself and my team only had a day. We put our show together in 2 hours, came on stage, and we rocked it. So yeah, but I mean, like, I have an amazing team, you know. It's incredible to be able to rely on people that you know can put together a great show in 2 hours and really show up. So imagine what we can do when we've got a week or 2 weeks or a month or 3 months to prepare. So yeah, but it was beautiful.
This song just came at the right time. It's just what I was feeling at that time. I made this song with the amazing producer Vibes, who also produced Calm Down by Rema, and the amazing songwriter that I've been working with for a long time, Embryo. And when we made this song, it was just, to be honest, I didn't even like the song after we made it because I was like, I don't know. But everybody else was confident about it. And I always make music that is high vibrational. One thing about me, from Bloody Samaritan to Stability, is music that makes you feel good. And that's the thing. It's not something I willingly try to make. It's something that just pours out of me. It's who I am. And I want to make people feel the happiness I feel as a human being.
We're excited to have her on board. It was really a collaboration with our team in New York. Once they saw her, we were like, oh my God, we absolutely love her. We've got to have her on board. She's cool, she's young, she's everything the Maybelline consumer is. Ayra is the perfect ambassador for Vinyl Ink. Coming into winter, we actually just launched a beautiful Superstay Vinyl Ink New Truck collection. Rich browns, deep plums, just beautiful on any skin tone.
So I'm excited to just perform for the first time in South Africa. South Africa, louder!
Sino Msolo took Mzansi's music scene by storm with his amazing vocals and songwriting skills. Now, his most recent project, Fezisa, now has new visuals, and he's here to speak to us about his future ventures. Thank you so much for joining us. How are you?
I'm good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
I'm good, thank you. Now, let's talk about your latest project. You know, what is the narrative of this album?
The name of the project is named after my sister. She's the only one. It's my older brother, then me, and then her. So I'm the only one in my family who's doing music to this level and in my hometown. So she's the only one, I'm the only one, and I came to Joburg to accomplish things, and which is like goals in the music thing. And then the name means accomplish itself, so yeah.
Oh, nice. Now, collaborations have been key to your popularity in music. Yeah. Who have been some of the your favorite people to work with?
The one that comes to mind is Musa Keys. Musa Keys has been so great, and Dondada, of course.
Yeah.
Mass Music, and yeah.
And now Fezisa also has a lot of collabs. And who are some of your favorite collaborations there?
Gabakana. Yeah, Gabakana. And there's a song I did with Jessica M. It's called Ikama. I like the song so much. And there's a song I did with who? With Leroy, which is my DJ. Yeah. Called Shandapa as well, yeah.
Now, you come from the Eastern Cape, and you grew up with a family that is very musically inclined, you know. Yeah. So who was Sino Msolo before the Amapiano wave hit the country? How would you identify your previous sound?
My previous sound, which is still there, of course, I'm an old soul man. I listen to a lot of jazz. I used to sing in a band back in Bloemfontein. So I was just like a chilled band guy, listening to jazz music, playing jazz music with my guitar. Yeah.
Now, of course, it's Africa Month, right?
Yeah.
Now, which African musicians inspire your music?
Hugh Masekela really inspires me a lot. May so rest in peace. Mary Makeba as well. Who else? Yeah, and me, of course.
Yeah. Now, when I look at you, you are very young, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So when would you say that the penny dropped for you when you realized that you have to pursue music as a career?
Oh, yeah. For me, I would say in 2014. And I think I was doing grade 11 or grade 10 or something like that, yeah. And for me, then I realized actually I sing more than I do anything. And I used to play soccer, but I was like, nah, let me stop it. And then I was singing a lot, even in school. And people would actually recommend, okay, bro, you must never do anything else. Just keep on like singing because your voice is very dope. And for me, I was like, actually, let me just do it for a living and pursue it, and we'll see where it goes.
Oh, nice. Now, we just got back from the Metro FM Music Awards, where you were nominated for Best Style category. Now, how would you describe your personal style?
I'm mostly like, mostly inspired by like what I see on social media, of course, what's trending. And since I'm also, I love vintage vibes, vintage stuff, like a lot. So yeah, that's what inspires.
So do you dress yourself, or do you have someone who's behind the scenes putting this together?
Yeah, there is a friend of mine called Jay the Stylist who dresses me, and also I try to combine my things there and there, but yeah, he helps me a lot, yeah.
Now, what is next for you? What can we expect?
For me, man, like more music, of course, more music, and more surprising things. Yeah, and I really want to venture into more things that are not just music-based, but like that suit my personality as well. Yeah, maybe like be on screen someday and stuff. Yeah, and do my own show, like one-man show, and yeah, more things. Music, of course, yeah.
I know you said that Hugh Masekela inspires you a lot, but which South African new age artist would you say that, you feel this one, like I feel that person?
Hey man, like I really don't vibe a lot to new age guys, but like Something Soweto is my guy. Like
I knew you were going to say that.
Yeah, well, like Something Soweto is my guy for it, yeah.
All right, now where can we catch you in terms of performances?
Performances around Joburg. I perform. This weekend we're gonna be in Pretoria. So, like it happens, man. You just see everything on my social media, like exactly where I'm at every time. Yeah.
Thank you so much for joining us, and of course now it's time for you to serenade us. So over to you.
Thank you so much.
Tali wenu umuhle, wishanda pa, awe shanda pa. Tali wenu umuhle, ayu umuhle, wishanda pa, awe shanda pa. Tombi wenu umuhle, ayu umuhle, wishanda pa, awe shanda pa. Tali wenu umuhle, ayu umuhle. Shanda pa, shanda pa. Dali wenu muhle, wenza umcabango wami uvele ujule. Ungithatha undibeke, ayishuba lami nguwe. Ayindiboni isilenda nesitudlani apha kuwe. Uyikho konke. Maunge kweka sijolema akekho fana nawe sali dubuye ngoba kaunge kweka sijolema akekho fana nawe sali tali wenu muhle ayumuhle wishanda pa awe shanda pa tali wenu muhle ayumuhle wishanda pa, shanda pa. Tombi wenu muhle, ayu muhle, wishanda pa, awe shanda pa. Chala beta no. Ayu wishanda pa, cheleta no. Wishandaba. Don't be when no more there. Are you more there? Wishandaba. Tali when no more there. Are you more there? Wishandaba. Wishandaba. Tali when no more there. Are you more there? Wishandaba. Wishandaba. Don't be when no more there. Are you more there? Wishandaba. Wishandaba. Tali when no more there. Are you more there? Wishandaba. Wishandaba.
Music is often called food for the soul, evoking a variety of emotions. It's no wonder Press has been serenading crowds for 25 years. In celebration of this period, his I Am Black and Golden tour aims to take audiences on a musical journey. Trendz joined him rehearsing in preparation for tomorrow's show. Here's more on this.
25 years in music can only be a milestone, and that's why Trendz couldn't miss Press's I Am Black and Golden tour. We caught up with him at a dress rehearsal before tomorrow's show at the State Theatre in Pretoria. Let's go check out all the excitement.
A glimpse into a show which many have awaited. I Am Black and Golden is a musical experience that encapsulates 25 years of nostalgic songs.
The name I Am Black and Golden tour name came about when I actually just figured out Africa, gold, found in Africa, I am black. And I just wanted to take away the emphasis of the whole world, thinking that anything that comes from Europe, from America, is golden. No, gold is from here. We Africans are golden, so I consider myself golden because I've been bestowed with a golden talent by God. My genre in music is soul and R&B, and I think it's the only genre that doesn't need to trend or to be in fashion, because solely of the language and the message in the music. Everybody falls in love. Everybody has heartbreaks. So we are never going out of fashion with that genre.
Putting together a show of this stature involves important role players. The band has been together for years and understand the dynamics of showbiz. Their quest is to put on an unforgettable performance.
I take care of his gigs. If we're traveling outside the country, I need to do visas. I need to do everything in terms of like stylists. I need to make sure that everything that he does is proper. And obviously we have a band and stuff. I just have to take care of everything.
How do you think the genre of his music speaks to vast audiences?
Press's music speaks to the people, and mostly it's not really about soul only, but it talks about life. Some songs talk about life, growing up, pushing, but to clarify it, mostly it's just love and happiness.
I had to get music from 101, 999, all of them where he was featured, the songs that he wrote and the songs that he arranged. So I had to go back and do that and then actually have a session with him. Which songs does he like?
How do you as a musical director ensure that the fans are definitely going to be pleased?
I usually go for what they like. I listen to a lot of music and I research a lot. What are people listening to now? And the type of market that we are playing for or doing the music for, right? And that research helps us to actually do what we do.
The tour promises to also include surprise guest artists who Press has worked with closely over the years.
I'm taking my fans through a journey. From where we unlocked the fame, which was 2002 Pop Stars, to where we are now. Afro Traction is coming through, Brenda Mtambo is coming through, Bondo, also my music director, is also performing, so I'm excited about that. And for my fans, I know it will be a treat because we are starting from way back to where we are now, and I'm also throwing those little cherries there and there.
And with conquered hurdles along the way, this artist is still fired up about making more music.
I want to cross over to telling stories like in a book form. When I do an album, I want the first song to tell you a story up to the last song. So they should be joined like a book, like when you're reading a book, so it should be a sequel.
Don't miss the first of many shows starting at the South African State Theatre in Pretoria tomorrow before the I Am Black and Golden tour heads off to Bloemfontein and other destinations.
Now, multi-platinum award winner Menelik Gibbons, aka Dondada, is on a quest to revive reggae music in South Africa. The multi-talented South African artist put together a live band to remind the Santon audience about reggae and bring back the love for this genre. Let's have a look.
Going back to the reggae roots and embodying the legacies of those who came before him is Dondada's aim. The live band of legendary members feel honored to be part of this young man's journey.
Tonight's performance was an amazing gathering of musical greats, maestros. And you won't believe that it was only 2 days rehearsals, all right? So, but because of the experience that the guys that have, we had to give it our best. It was a very, very important performance, especially for Dondada, with the band, because it's usually with the backing tracks. For us, it means a lot, to create that synergy.
You used to play for Lucky Dube. Please do tell us about the transition, playing for the late Lucky Dube, and now you are here playing for a young star, Dondada. How does that feel?
I think, it has to be like this. You have to pass it to the next generation. Coming from old school, pass the knowledge to the next generation. He teaches us, we teach them. It's a lovely musical exchange.
I was invited by Dada to come and celebrate with him here at Hard Rock Cafe. We know that reggae music is big. We know that Bob Marley is big and stuff like that. So to be part of something that legendary, it's just amazing. Dada is one of the best that we have in the country, and I hope that people are ready, to experience him the way that I see him. So it's been a beautiful night of remembrance, of celebration, of good music, of great bass playing.
Please do tell us what goes through your mind when you play that bass guitar, woman.
Listen, I'm at home. When I play bass, I'm so comfortable, I'm at peace, and I hope that the energy that flows in me, I really hope that it really flows back to the people, and I hope that people can feel that I'm feeling like, I'm holding it down and giving people that foundation sound, that thing that holds you down.
Tonight's performance was magical because it was the first time that Dondada is actually performing live, and to be part of that experience, and also being part of, I think, a reggae that's sort of turning into a new form of reggae. He's pioneering, the fusion of reggae, hip hop, and other ancillary styles of popular music. So I'm really grateful to be part of Dondada. His family, his mom, dad, and the musicians on stage, which is phenomenal.
Now let's hear what these reggae lovers had to say.
You get to understand the power of reggae. It's philosophy, it's music, it's art, it's amazing, We're having fun.
I think the first song we opened with, that spoke to me. I liked his style because he has a bit of rap to it, the hip hop to it. So it's more representative of the modern culture. So it takes reggae and modernizes it in a way. So it's appealing to everybody across board.
The bass player, can we just give it up for the lady musicians? Wow, I was really blown away. This whole performance, classic.
Well, now it's time to love and leave you, but we will be back with you next week. Same time, same place on SABC News, channel 404. But do interact with us on Twitter at Trendz on SABC. But from all of us, it's goodbye.